everyone hear me?
Yes.
Louder. Can anyone hear me?
No.
Toastmasters are most welcome guests. My title is Senior Treasurers. What the heck is a senior treasurer? If you try to look the word out in a dictionary or a thesaurus, you might not be able to find it. Do you know why? Because I made it up, that's why. But if you interpret the two words that compose this phrase and literally guess the meaning, what would you guess? Maybe you would guess an old accountant of a corporation. Actually, it's very simple. I just mean a person that treasures and respects the value of senior citizens. So maybe now you would say, oh, come on, give me a break. I had these lessons for so long, since elementary school. I know the importance of filial piety spontaneously since I knew Confucius. Since I knew Confucius. Sorry, this happens all the time. Oh, and now you are going to use your C9 speech to inform and persuade us to the thing that we already know? Yes, I am. So. Everyone knows that we should consider the issue of senior citizens as a great significant problem. Everyone knows that we should consider the issue of senior citizens of great significance. It is also a common sense that an aging society and a self-warning that every one of us in the future might become a senior citizen ourselves. Also reinforcing the fact we have to face this problem, that we have to find out the importance of senior citizens in our society. Since I was in the speech contest for the division a few months before, a contestant inspired me with her point of views for senior citizens. Her inspiration made me revalue and reconsider my thought of why I treasure senior citizens myself. Thinking of my grandparents, I immediately thought of the answer. For me, senior citizens, no matter my own grandparents or an unfamiliar veteran living across the alley of my home, they all have precious experiences and lifelong stories that are to be dug up and to be discovered. I remember, since I was a little kid, my grandparents' experiences and stories are always the best bedtime stories. I can still picture my grandma telling me her stories. Now I could picture her walking on the streets of Shanghai as a college student. At that time, Shanghai was occupied by the Japanese army. Like most patriotic college students, my grandma joined the underground resistance. When walking on the Shanghai streets, which were heavily patrolled by Japanese troops, my grandma would secretly hand down patriotic pamphlets and slogans like kill the enemy, save the country. What's more exciting, she would also venture on going to the roof of a 3-story department store, which was quite high at that time. She would look down at the crowded population, and then quickly she would take out all these patriotic pamphlets, and then quickly spread it. And my grandma would quickly spread patriotic pamphlets, and then quickly run away before the army comes. I could also picture from my grandpa's story, when he was a civil servant in Shanghai, he was retreating with the government troops to Sichuan province in the far back. During that time, at daytime, they had to escape enemy aircraft and bombers that would shoot them when they see them immediately. At night, they would have to live in the wilderness or deserted housing or deserted compound housing that many people saw ghosts and phantoms of the dead commonly. So my grandparents had an awful time that way. And at the end of the war, they married and evacuated to Taiwan safely. Also, my grandparents on my mother's side, which were native Taiwanese, they also suffered from war also. They too had to escape from enemy bombers. Although their lives are different and on the different places of the Taiwan Strait, they all embodied good memories and stories and the essence of their life. So, Toastmasters, if you consider senior citizens, whether your grandparents or the elders that you don't know, think about the stories they have in their life. Think about the essence of their life. And also, at the end of my speech, I would like to persuade and appeal to everyone the importance of our society if we care for senior citizens, because in the future, we would all become senior citizens. And also, sorry, and also, and also the seniors in our life will be important for us also. Hear me.